This video is made for adult collectors because when are we gonna get more good pickup truck transformers? All right, let's see how many things we can fit into the truck bed. We got Creon Mirage, Captain Rex, Kai, a hand-foot gun, Hot Rods gun, a Lego brick, a Lego brick, Hot Rods gun, Armada wheel jet. Before Bumblebee, where he was a main antagonist, he was a drone in the first game of 2007, and his original toy was such a neat thing because it was a pickup truck with a working tailgate and a bed cover, and it was super cool, and I never had one. Then one of my buddies, hi Zach, just gave me Salvage when I went to go see his cool Chevy Monte Carlo. Thanks, dude. This is Salvage, the red version of the Dropkick mold from 2007, and it is such an interesting toy. I'm starting in truck mode because watching this unfold into a robot is really neat, but this is an unlicensed quote-unquote Chevy Silverado, and it looks cool. The red is really nice and striking, but not too much in your face. The grille is done with a nice silver with all the headlights and stuff picked out with the clear inserts, which is neat. I love how he has like the spark plug and Sun Salvage logo on the door. That's a cool reference. They even picked out his taillights on the bumper. I love that. I also very much appreciate the bed and how it has this cover with a spoiler, but what's cool is you can take this cover off and they fully detailed the inside of the truck bed. It's so cool. They got all the lines and the wheel arches are molded in inside like a lot of actual pickup trucks. And this has to be my favorite pickup truck alt mode on a Transformer. I love this. Apparently I love it so much, I'm dying. Now let's make this a weirdo. All right, time to make him explode. So one of the cool things that I forgot to write in the script actually is, well, two things. One, this keeps popping up because the doors are what hold this little spring-loaded thing in place. So you gotta make sure everything is lined up fully, otherwise that happens. But the cool thing about the back here is you pull this or push this and out comes this like claw thing, which funny enough, it isn't obviously, but it looks 3D printed because of like the little lines on it and stuff. It's kind of funny, but yeah, that can come out the back for reasons, I guess. But let's transform it. So to start with, we're going to take the bed and remove it. It's not parts forming. This is the weapon. It's his weapon. It kind of looks like, I don't know, it looks like a retractable like clippers or something. Anyways, what we're going to do next is we are going to put him into a car crash. So there you go, he got into a car crash. So you bring this up and that's going to fold the doors forward by themselves. It's all automorphed. Hot shots wobbling on the desk. We are then going to take the back section here. Actually, hang on. Before we do all of this, I want to show something funny. Let's start with the legs because you can do something funny with these. So you bring these down, you rotate them out, you bring this down, rotate this around, straighten it out, fold out the foot. Then you want to flip this panel forward, flip this panel out, and that forms one of his legs. He's got digitigrade legs. This part's a little, there we go. That part's a little stiff to get out. But now you literally have walking truck. You have a walking, that's funny. So now we're going to bring this up and bring those doors out. I love the way that works. Then we're going to take the arms here and bring them forward all the way. And then we're going to come back here. We are going to take this section, bring it up, and then bring these out. Now, if you notice right here, big massive stress mark right there. That is ready to come off. And that is because this is extremely tight. So what I end up having to do is hold it here and here and apply force that way to pull it out. It is more going back into truck mode, but yeah, that is a bit scary. So once you have that done, you're just gonna collapse this entire assembly up onto his back. This, there, now you can see it. These sections right here are just gonna stay, oops, that's not supposed to come undone. Gonna stay back here for now just to get them out of the way. Then we bring these back and then this pegs into the side. Oh, this piece of the back keeps coming undone. Bring this back into the side. And then what I like to do is I like to flare these out just a little bit, give them on a nice little angle. But once you have the shoulders sort of pegged into place, they don't peg in super well, but once they're pegged into place there, we're gonna take the windshield and fold it down, bring this panel up, and then the head just kind of explodes out of there. And then peg together. And then this section, the front grille is going to accordion in, and then you fold out his guns, accordion this in, fold out his guns, peg the torso back together because it keeps coming apart. But there you have Salvage and or Dropkick in his robot mode. He basically just explodes out of his truck mode. Dude is wearing a truck on the upper torso, but like, it's still cool. It's very PS2 and I dig it. Takes me back to those weird redecos we always used to get in movie toy lines. The colors are a tad ugly if I'm honest. The red is nice, but the brown and the Allspark blue is a choice. It looks like beans. It's weird. I like the head sculpt though. It's a really cool, very well shaped thing with like the extra shoulder bits sticking out of his neck. There is a lot of stuff hanging off of him, but it stands pretty well. He has large heels, so that helps. His weapon is weird because it's a claw with a massive rectangle hanging off. It's awkward and kind of doesn't work that well, but when you rotate this little knob, it snaps forward or open and closed. There's that. But he still looks neat next to some of the other early movie toys. Okay, so Salvage's articulation is just kind of forget about it. He's missing a lot of modern stuff to do anything dynamic, and because of all the stuff on his back, and if you get the weapon involved, it can be a bit eh. So, first of all, the weapon, as you saw previously, if you turn this, the pincer snaps. That's really cool. It's going away now. So the head is on this plate that doesn't lock into place, but these little fin things can move, and his head is on a ball joint, so you can look up and down, left and right. You can tilt a little bit, so you have all that. It's on a plate that doesn't lock, so it's a bit weird. These shoulders are on ball joints. They can only go forward that far. They can go back that far. They can go in and out. No bicep rotation. Single jointed elbow. There goes the upper torso again. Single jointed elbow that bends all the way. Nothing at the wrist, but these guns are on hinges, so you can move those. There is a little bit of a crunch forward and back just due to the transformation. There's no waist joint though, no rotation at all. The hips can move forward, they can go back, they're on ball joints, really tight ball joints actually. They can go in and out. I'm actually very surprised at how solid these ball joints are all these years later, because this thing came out in 2007. That was 18 years ago. This knee can't go any further. I wish it could go further back a little bit, but it can't. It only goes forward because of the transformation. This joint, however, has a tilt here, so you can kind of fake an ankle tilt, but it looks strange. And then this is ratcheted. It's a really tight ratchet, but it's ratcheted, so you can get back that far and forward all the way because of the transformation. And then, as you can see, the feet can move back. They can't go forward, but you can sort of simulate a toe bend if you get the heel involved. So there is that. But yeah, he's not... It's very difficult to get him to look dynamic and interesting other than him just standing there because of the way that he works. It's the legs specifically. The legs are a little bit bothersome. The lack of a bicep swivel I can handle. I mean, if I can handle it on Shockwave, I can handle it on this. But it's just the legs. The lack of a thigh rotation or any backwards knee movement means he's constantly just doing the splits in any pose, and it's not great. Like you really do need something like this in there to make the articulation feel more, well, that's a loose shoulder, feel more interesting and dynamic. I really like this thing, even if it is kind of ugly and kind of goofy. It's super interesting and neat. The transformation is so unique and the alt mode is like spot on. I do hope that with like Gamer Edition or Concept Series and whatnot, we're able to get figures of the drones from the first game because the designs are rad. But that's my look at 2007 movie Salvage. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.